Hello everyone, welcome to live conversation by MentorKart. This is ashishkhare, founder of MentorKart. In continuation of the initiative by MentorKart today, we have a special guest, Dr. Sandeep Marwah. He is well-known international media person with 7 world record to his credit. First time I have somebody like that. He is the founder of Film City Noida. Super exciting to talk to him, and Marwah Studios, and the Asian Academy of Films and Television. Most of you would be knowing, called AAF University. It is now one of the 10 best film school in the world. Dr. Sandeep Marwah is associated with large number of television programs, feature films, training films. He is the producer of large numbers of short films in the world, and he has trained more than 19,000 media professionals hailing from 145 countries of the world. He is the recipient of large number of national and international awards. He has been heading more than 100 national and international media and social organizations. He has been titled as a global cultural minister for several countries. And today we are going to talk about media and entertainment, which is the biggest need for human being. And let's welcome Dr. Marwah on the screen now and start conversation with him. Thank you, first of all, Dr. Sandeep Marwah, to join us, and very good afternoon and good evening to you, brother.
Good evening. Good evening. How are you?
I'm good. I'm great. I'm so happy to have you on my show, and I've been doing this for since last March, actually. LinkedIn started in November, but I've been doing it on all the social media since last March. And first time I have somebody big personality from media and entertainment. I'm so proud of you. Thank you so much. I was reading about your profile, and the best thing this pandemic and all has provided us a super networking opportunity. And when I was reading about your profile, so many records, so much of experience, I thought you must be here and you should be telling and sharing about the journey. And maybe let's take an open remark from you about the media entertainment industry as a whole, your journey in this, and what's there in it for your future youth.
Wonderful. Thank you, Ashish, for inviting me to this beautiful show. Well, let me just give you a fair good idea about the whole media and entertainment industry. If you talk about this industry as a whole, see, the best part is that if you make the whole world as a global village, then media and entertainment, or let me put the glamour industry, is the biggest industry on earth. When it comes to India, we are the 6th biggest industry. And by 2019, if I'm not wrong, we touched something like 2,35,000 crore rupees turnover in this industry. We were planning for 300,000 crore, but unfortunately, pandemic came in between and we lost on this account. But then the best part is that the people of this industry are very passionate, they are very enthusiastic, and they are sure that we will bring back this industry to a better figures. Well, when I say media and entertainment industry, then it's very important to know that I'm talking about print, radio, television, cinema, new media, events, media education. I'm talking about music, OTT also now, and theme parks, etc. So this is what all media and entertainment industry is all about. When I say cinema, then it's very important to know that as the largest film producing country in the world, we make something like 2,000 films in 28 official languages. And there are about 10,000 theaters in this country, and roughly 1.5 crore people watch cinema every day. We are the largest ticket selling country. We sell something like 5 billion tickets every year. I'm talking about before pandemic, mind you, and much more than USA, because USA sells something like 3.5 billion. We sell 5 billion tickets every year. So you can well imagine that in India, we have 2 religions, one cricket and second cinema. Very important to know. The second very important part of media and entertainment industry is radio. We have something like 325 radio stations in this country. We have 950 channels in 28 different languages. Probably in India, we have the largest number of news channels. More than 400 channels are news channels in 28 different languages. Uh, then when I talk about print, then I must say that we have something like 40,000 newspaper registered with Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, Government of India. We have something like 4,000 magazines every month. And it includes anything and everything, whatever you can think of, probably every topic, every genre. And when I talk about new media, then I'm proud to say that today in India, we have something like 120 crore mobiles, and out of which 40% of the mobiles, they are smartphones, they are connected with internet, and these small phones are a wonderful source of entertainment for a very large population in this country. So altogether, there are about 10 million people who are working in this industry. And this is one industry which is supporting another 10 million people from other industries like hospitality, tourism, food industry, catering, fashion, design, engineering, electricals. Now, these are other industries which are based and they are dependable on this wonderful, glamorous, attractive, and fascinating media and entertainment industry.
Absolutely. So much of numbers about new to me, to be honest, because I'm not from this industry, so obviously don't know much about the exact numbers, but I know that as a startup, when anybody put a startup and then they meet investors or any ecosystem player in the startup, they are being told you can only become big as a startup when you solve some big problem or you address some need of the masses. And the biggest need of the biggest need of the masses is people is happiness. And that comes from entertainment industry, nothing else, right? So, and that's the industry. Obviously, it has to be big. So that's the reason. Probably, everybody needs an entertainment at point of time, no matter what you do.
Absolutely correct. And today, not only that media and entertainment industry as an industry, it is a supporting industry to every industry. Yep. I mean, you talk about any industry, right from engineering to electricals to politics to anything. Unless and until you are associated with media and entertainment industry, you are incomplete. You are not complete at all, because you need social coverage. You need social media. You need television and radio for your coverage. You need to be printed on newspaper. So it has become not only a luxury today, but it has become a necessity for any business to upgrade themselves or to create a wonderful niche for themselves or to be called a brand.
Absolutely. No doubt about it. And I think so, coming to the point, saying I was talking and I was reading about AFT, which is the AFT University and the kind of, need for students where people study and all. So what was the vision behind having AFT in the first place, and how it is doing, and what is the future message for the youth?
Ashish, when in 1986 I designed Noida Film City, and 1988 we were allotted the land. In 1991 we started the studios, and we are all together now 16 players in Noida Film City. When all these infrastructures were almost ready by 1991, 92, I suddenly realized that all that paraphernalia which is coming up, it should not go waste. At the end of the day, it's a human resources which are needed in these studios, and walls are not going to create a program for television or for cinema or for any screen. And that was a time when I realized this, and I thought it's important to have a very professional film and television institute in this part of the country, because we had one in Mumbai, Pune, we had one in Madras, we had in some other small here and there, but there was no actually a big setup in private sector. So we became the first private film school of this country, fourth in the nation, and trust me, no looking back. And I'm very happy because 1993, when we started AFT, there was a channel invasion in India, and there were channels one after another, and all these channels were looking for a trained manpower. I didn't even have time to train them for a year, so I devised a course of 3 months with almost 600 hours of training program, which is almost a syllabus of 1 year, and a rigorous training we created, and we trained some wonderful technicians and a wonderful artist out of this institution who were instantly placed into the market because of the heavy demand by these channels. And that's how we started. Then we added on a 1 year courses, then we added 3 years and 4 year courses. And I'm very happy that an institute which started as a boutique institute today is now the first film university of the country. So we are happy what we are doing. There are about now 70, 80 different kind of courses, right, starting from production, direction, editing, camera, editing, sound recording, radio production, acting, presentation, modeling. I mean, whatever you can think in this industry, right from a print, radio, television, cinema, new media, events, PR, everything. All the segments I'm covering today of media and entertainment industry, including fashion and design and hospitality and tourism, which is also somehow connected to the glamour business.
And it is unlike people talk about that, okay, there has to be a skill-based courses in the country to provide the job or opportunity or employment. I'm saying the mass communication and journalism, this is the one industry which create the skill-based only, right? The day you finish, you are employable actually. You know what you're supposed to do.
You're right, because I still remember 1993 when we started, I had people coming from different universities, different colleges after finishing their even masters in communication. And when I used to interview them, they used to say, sir, we have learned the theory part, but nobody has taught us how to use the camera or an editing table or anything to do with a shooting floor or something. And luckily, because this institution started only from a film studios and we had everything in-house, all our courses were absolutely skill development courses. Students never had to see a bad day. The minute they are out of this institution, even today, they are very well placed into the market because the next day they can start working in a discipline where they have learned very well for 3 months or 3 years. That's the best part.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing I'm saying. So the one different aspect of coming and joining this industry, I'm saying people. I traveled across 20 plus countries, did businesses across, and many people when I used to talk, okay, what was your passion? Right, the passion was media, the passion was entertainment, passion was acting or comedy. I know many of the one of my friend is one of the biggest comedian in this region right now. He has come from the corporate world. I'm saying ultimately people look for something like passion either later on in the career or beginning of the career. So if they are say, okay, fine, I actually wanted to do this, but I was engineer or I was somebody and now I'm leading the corporate or whatever it is, but that was my passion. So the passion versus profession का लड़ाई हमेशा चलता रहा, right? In terms of people who got an opportunity to follow their passion as a career or as a profession, they're the most luckiest person on the earth. Because when you have a passion and you're doing something, you have a purpose defined to it, right? And then when you have a purpose, you will be doing the best because this is what you like. So, but this is also a profession which people have a lot of restrictions to join, especially in a country like India, where you may not get much support in the beginning of itself. Okay, if somebody want to do engineering, doctorate, or chartered accountancy, it's fine. Maybe journalism also fine, but when you talk about entertainment or cinema, it's not that supported. So what is the situation now? It's changing over the
I think You're talking almost 30 years back, trust me. Because when I
Yeah.
started this institution, I had to face a lot of problems because parents used to come along with the students that what exactly these entertainment courses are all about. What are you going to teach? What my son or daughter is going to learn from here? And what are their prospects? How they're going to be placed in the market and industry? There were 100 questions. But then I have proved all these people wrong. And I'm very happy that in a span of all these 30 years, this industry has grown fantastically. If you look into the total business of this country, we have been growing at the rate of 20% per annum for so many years, continuously. And media and entertainment industry has been the biggest contributor to the total GDP of the country. Mind you, there was a time when India was growing only at the rate of 6 to 7% per annum, and media was growing at the rate of 20% per annum. So you can well imagine our contribution to the total GDP is much, much more than any other industry in this country. So this is very old myth, I must say that. कि बच्चों का क्या होगा? Because see, people have been considering all these kind of courses or this kind of a business as a hobby or just an art. And don't forget that where there is a will, there is a way, which is number one. Second, if you love your profession, if you love your business, you can do wonders in that business. That's for sure. And this is what my student has done, because when they have been enrolled, our first prerequisite used to be that are you in love with this kind of a profession? Do you really like it? So what if you're not very well educated? So what if you couldn't get a higher percentage in your school or college? And so what if your parents are not supporting? If you have the zest, enthusiasm, eagerness to learn and to prove to the world that you can do wonders in art, trust me, you are the most eligible student of AAFT. And I'm happy that my students have done extraordinary well in this industry. My 19,000 students coming from 145 countries of the world, they have done wonders. Wherever they have gone, they have proved to be the best. And that's the reason that AAFT today has been a case study in 27 countries of the world, including UCLA in USA. So this is how we have. I mean, government has been thinking about skill development now. We have thought about it 27 years back. This is going to sell. This is what going to be ultimately used by the student and by the industry. If you know your job, if you know how to handle a camera or do editing or perform well in front of camera, or you know how to direct a program, you are in the game. I mean, no one has got time to teach you on the floor, because filmmaking is one of the most expensive expression on earth, mind you. I mean, I'm spending lakhs of rupees in 8 hours, and I don't have time to teach ABC to come and learn from me how to handle a camera and how to open and close camera and what is white balance and what is black balance. It'll go mad. So we very happy. We have spent much more than what we have earned. We have ample equipment, a wonderful state-of-art infrastructure, absolutely international standards. And my students who have learned in Noida, in New Delhi, here in India, he has worked in any part of the world. He can work in any part of the world. That's the best part.
This is excellent. I think so. Coming to the point onto the career and aspirations and how many people you can employ, the particular industry can employ. So we talk about various other industry. We also similarly we have to talk about media entertainment. जैसे पहले क्रिकेट में होता था, right? There used to be test matches, there used to be Indian team, and there used to be Ranji Trophy, and there has to be, you know, okay, तो क्या कर लोगे, कितना कर लोगे, 11 तो 110 करोड़ की कंट्री है, you know, this and that, कितने लोग एम्प्लॉय हो जाएंगे, कितने लोग मैच खेल लेंगे, कितने लोग क्या कर लेंगे, तो ऑलवेज होता था. And then the one day came, then the 2020 came, and you see so many people actually who were passionate about cricket and as a profession, they adopted. And then the IPL came. It implied so many other people also. It added more employment in that. Similarly, in media entertainment, as an outsider, I see the opportunity has come from OTT platform also. So is that something what you see is a positive outlook to the industry, or what's your view about that, and what is your message to the youth for OTT?
देखिए, रास्तों की दिलकशी अपनी जगह, चलने वालों की भी मर्जी चाहिए। यूं तो महफिल में हम पढ़ते रहे, सुनने वालों की भी मर्जी चाहिए। The whole media and entertainment business is meant for masses, and
Yeah.
two things are very important. Number one, the research. It has to be from the masses. What is your requirement? What you need? What is to be shown is very important to know for someone who's producing any of the programs, print to cinema. And second, whatever you have produced again is meant for masses, again for the people. Now, this is the basis of this industry, which someone has to understand. And so what if you have only willingness? Your willingness has to be backed and supported by your ability. That's very important. So that ability comes from confidence. Confidence comes from knowledge, and knowledge comes from education. And that's how I'm in education, because I want anyone coming out from an institution should be so well trained, groomed, and he should know about the institution that employment should not be a problem, at least for that candidate. So I'm happy that wherever our student, they enter into any of the competitions, they win, they get jobs, they are first, they are placed in the first hand. So God has been very kind. Let me tell you, first, this is the and we teach them. We also tell them that this is one industry where learning should be a habit. Learning should be a continuous process. What you have learned in 3 months or in 3 years or 4 years is still considered as preliminary education for you, because the industry is so big. You can grow to any extent. Someone who started his career as a cameraman, today they have grown as a directors. They become managing directors of channels. Mind you, they become managing directors of channels from a cameraman, from an editor, because they have been learning with the industry, with time, and by working on the floor and with a large number of people. That's on one first answer to your first question. And the second one, yes, OTT, as you said, is a new platform. It's an extension of television, let me put that way. And now we started with 5 OTT channels in India. Pandemic came in, and the whole entertainment industry got shifted from outdoors to indoors, and the industry thought of creating more OTT channels. Today we have 55 OTT channels, and they have given large employment to a big section of people of this country. People who were sitting idle, people who were actually thrown out from other channels, they have been taken in use by different producers, directors, for bigger, better, and smarter programs for OTT channel. So I must say that compensation is there. No doubt that during pandemic, cinema has been badly hurt. Radio has grown by 73%. News channels have grown by 40%. Entertainment has gone down badly because no new programs could be created, no old programs could be completed. So they were all half-baked programs lying on the table, and they occurred ample losses, interest loss, production loss, kind of thing. Newspapers had to cut a very sorry figure because there was a wrong information delivered that newspaper has become a carrier of coronavirus. So even the newspaper had to suffer a lot. But on the other side, anything and everything which is connected to internet, anything which is connected to computer has grown much bigger. Gaming and apps have grown by 700% in this 1 year. So I think media education has, and with other education, has come down on a line. Offline been changed to online. So there was a lot of tremendous things. So on one hand, when people have lost jobs or some kind of a business, I think they have recovered on the other side too. Now things are settling down, and I'm sure by another 3, 4, 5 months, industry will be again moving fast, and things will be again on a better platform. We are planning to have a better and a bigger turnovers in the next few years, and employment this industry has been actually generating. The best part is that in all these years, let me put it last 5 to 6 years, the first media has grown from corners to central. And we wanted to be known to the whole world. We wanted to compete with the international channels and international media. And after achieving all those things for a few years, the whole media has been now again coming back to the original. And now 28 states, we have 28 languages, major languages. Now we have, I mean, there are 950 channels. Trust me, there's going to be 1,800 channels in this country in the next 5 years. And there'll be another 300 radio stations which government is about to sanction. And there'll be lots and lots in the social media, private channels, YouTube channels. This is going to grow like mad. Because don't forget that in India, we are 1/6 of the world. Don't forget that. We are as good as 28 nations when I talk about population. So that means we still need ample material in our own languages. We still have to explore our own cultures. We still have to explore our language. So there's a lot to do in media for the next 20 years.
Absolutely. A lot of regional stuff is coming up, so which is absolutely a opportunity. It's a big opportunity for regional and languages. Content is being created. So let's come to the last point, and then I'll discuss about a couple of other things, and then we are already running now 25 minutes. That one thing which is required in every industry, people have saying that if you want to build a career in this industry, you learn this skill, that skill, etc. Now, for media entertainment, if someone want to build a career or somebody want to make a career and he's just about to start, maybe just passing out from 12th or whatever it is, and he's getting into the communication industry, media industry, entertainment industry, what are those future ready skills we have been talking about? Though media entertainment has been since beginning as skill based, but still, that what are the future skill which is required and which are much to go for?
Now, see, entertainment and media and entertainment industry will remain the same. Only thing is that there is a massive change in the technology, and cameras are changing, editing tables are changing, new apps are coming, new programs are coming. So one has to have an attitude and aptitude, which is very important towards this industry. So you should be inclined to change. That is the most important skill today required. Now, people who could not change, who were originally in print media, let's put that way, I'll give you example, and they could not change their attitude and aptitude towards this big change in media technology. They're still in the print media. But someone who could adapt to a new change, they immediately shifted to electronic media. The same journalists became anchors, presenters, interviewers, and slowly and gradually they become even the head of the channels. Now, the most important ingredient, what I say is, yes, your punctuality, regularity, sincerity, and dedication. There are 4 dharmas which any and every student must learn, because this one industry where we need to be punctual. If Samachar is going to be at 8 o'clock, it's going to be 8 o'clock. The news is not going to wait for you. The channel may replace the presenter, but the news is going to be at 8 o'clock. So this is what they have to learn, that we are very punctual. What you read in all these magazines is all just gossip. But the real industry is like forces. It works like forces. It works like a complete regiment of an army. This is how we work, with a lot of unity, a lot of integrity, with a lot of passion, and this is what is required. So once you are passed out from a film, television, and media school, you have learned the tricks of the trade. You have learned the content part. You have learned the theory and practicals, but then you have to have a lot of enthusiasm, which is the key to success, and punctuality and regularity, because this is one business where you have to be regular. Even if you're sick, you have to be on the floor. You just cannot say that I'm not feeling well. I mean, no actor can say like that. No director can say like that. I mean, you're going to put the whole industry into losses. So people, you have to really take care of your health, which is very important. And I think if somebody can cope up with this, he's the one who's going to be successful in this industry.
Absolutely, I think so. These are the skills which are actually, I would put them in a category of soft. But so other than the hard, what is required is that the people have to learn these skills and commitment. So if you are passionate, I think so. If you are passionate and if you are having a purpose why you are in this industry, I'm sure you can do all that what you have just shared. Um, Okay, so there is a question. So I will take that question from Ashish Agrawal. Before I go there, just want to have one more thing, that the importance of mentor, right? That's what at MentorKart, what we are trying to do is that we are trying to organize and formalize this industry of helping people to achieve their goals. So in terms of people are there having personal goals, professional goals, and we as a student or as any person have been trying and finding out the problems to our solutions. And people earlier just definitely go to professors, family, friends, seniors, bosses, peer network. And then now obviously on Google, on internet, people search for their problems and solutions. So they go and type questions there on Quora kind of platform, and they expect people to respond to their problems and helping them achieve it. No problem in that. But we try and formalizing is that, okay, there are experts for each industry, let them bring them on one platform, and then the people ask and achieve, and they can share from their experience how it should be perceived. So what is your view on mentoring as a idea, or a formalizing as a process, and how your experience has been with your mentor, and how you have done with other people who have been taking mentoring from you as such?
Ashish, I'm recollecting two lines. Ke sur bin mile na Saraswati, guru bin mile na Gyan, jal bin hansa yu mile, jaise Bharat mile Bhagwan. I mean, to cut short, a swan only looks good when there is ample water.
Right.
Unless until you make the amalgamation of seven swaras, you just cannot create a music. Even a powerful man like Bharat also needed a mentor like Lord Rama. So the fact is that we've been learning these things from ages. It's not a new thing. The only thing is probably new names. Somebody says consultant, somebody says advisor, somebody says mentor, somebody says advanced thinking. You can put any word into it. But the fact is that you need someone to guide you, someone who's much more experienced in that field, who can guide you comfortably without any motive and intentions. So that is what is called mentorship, which is at least in my institution, it's been there for 27 years. Day one, I have acted as a mentor to my students. When they get into problems, they come to me. I'm open with them. With all my 40 years in media, 30 years in studios, 27 years in education, I express myself wholeheartedly, give them the right suggestion, give them the correct advice so that they can grow in life. And I feel very happy because there's hardly a day when one or other student is not calling me and say कि sir जो आपने वो बोला था ना, that has proved very correct, and I have been doing that and now I am successful. Sometimes one good advice can do wonders to your life. Trust me, it can make you from zero to hero. And this is what the job of the mentor is. And I'm very happy you're doing a fantastic job. You have making a consolidation of different subjects, different kind of people, and bringing them under one roof is unbelievable. It's something extraordinary, I must say that. But then at my level, I'm very happy that we have a mentorship, a very special period where the teachers, they have been prepared. I take personal interest into it. Every section has a mentor for one level of questions and one level of problems. Then there is a few mentors for a different kind of a level, and then then the student, they know that if I have a day-to-day problem, I can go back to my dean or my director. If they have a slightly bigger problem or a home problem, they can go to another very important and an aged and experienced teacher who's sitting there to guide them and brief them. And we have always kept our own culture into our account, which is very important. I mean, guiding them according to American standard will be a stupidity on my part. So better to guide them according to Indian standard, Indian family tradition, Indian way of living, so that they can actually do and clear their problems, which they have done. So I'm very happy that students, they are more than satisfied. They don't carry grudges when they go out of the institution. And not only that, trust me, they come back because they're so satisfied with the mentorship that sometimes they come back to the institute even after 2, 4, 6 years to take some other further advice. And we are open for our students.
Absolutely. And I'm sure that for media and entertainment, since MentorKart is building the entire platform for mentors, so obviously the AAF will help us to have more mentors from this industry. So nice of you. I'm taking that liberty to say yes, I'm going to get it for sure. Without even asking you. That's a comfort. Okay. So I have one question. I will take it from Ashish Agarwal. He's saying, why do people look up towards media industry as a field of glamour and get carried away? Okay, so Mr. Marwah, for you.
See, Mr. Agarwal, the fact is that cinema has always been bigger than the life size. A big screen holds you for 2 hours and it can change your perception, it can change your thinking, it can leave impact for not only hours, for days, and sometimes for lifetime. That's the impact. And that is why we say that cinema is the big brother of media. And altogether, even a television can change your perception, newspaper can change your perception, and that's how the words, they matter a lot. So you have to keep that in mind, and that is the reason that we keep on hammering media and keep on correcting that you have to be fair, you have to be honest, you have to be subdued, don't have to be aggressive. But then obviously you have all kind of people in every trade. I'm 100% agree with you. That is the reason that even politicians, they take best use of media to impress people that I'm the best and vote for me. And you do go and vote for them. I mean, getting carried away is a very small word. There is no harm in getting carried away, because cinema, media, it adds a lot of ambition, a lot of excitement into the life. You start thinking big. You have to think big. You have to have a big dreams to achieve big targets. That's the first principle of entrepreneurship. So you have to think big. So my job is to make you feel big, to make you think big, so that you are big one good day.
Thank you, Dr. Sandeep. I think so. You have shared the bigger thing, and I think so. The media entertainment is one industry which people, when they dream, it has a purpose behind it, and that is what is something which drives everybody. The purpose.
So when you get entertained, your BP is normal, your pulse is normal, you enjoy, you feel so happy. It's like getting into a heaven for all that time when you're enjoying anything out of media industry. That's the best part.
Agreed. So I think so, Dr. Sandeep, thank you very much for coming over. You have shared so much of an insight about the industry and the opportunity lying there for future youth, and that is super important, because every industry try to fulfill the requirements of the people, and this is one industry which is employing directly, indirectly so many people. So that is good, and time is over, so we take a leave now. And thank you for having a patientful audience and sharing their thoughts also. Dr. Manpreet Panna is sending so much thumbs to us. Thank you, Dr. Manpreet, for joining us today. And let's meet sometime and then we talk about more on this. And seek a support of for MentorKart, obviously, all the time. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Thanks a lot.